Hi guys, my name is Ariane and this is my father Rainer. We're super happy that you tuned in to our first live session. We are very excited, but also quite nervous, to be honest. So
hi there, it's Rainer here. Yeah, definitely nervous. This is something we've never experienced before. So yeah, the reason why we're here together is we want to show you the SYWOS One. If you have any question while you're watching us, just please send them in. We can answer them as fast as possible. You know? So yeah, let's start again.
exactly. So what we wanted to do today is just that you get to know the SYWOS One. And well, do you hear it too?
It's an echo.
You hear the echo too?
You can see there's something to turn on.
Wait a second. Perfect. So now it's a bit more relaxed. Okay. So where do we start? We want to show you the SYWOS One and get to so that you start understanding why we're doing this. My father's going to tell a bit of the background story. What was his biggest concern when working out when he was away?
Yeah, well, the SYWOS One was something that came up based on the many and the very long business travel that I've been doing for a long time, over many years. So as I was traveling around in the business I was doing before, I always stayed at many hotels and was staying at hotels. It was always a challenge for me to keep my body fit. We are both very keen for sports. We both play basketball, and keeping fit was a real challenge. You know, when you're at the hotel and if you're trying to work out in an hotel room, it's a problem. If you go to the fitness rooms, they are completely differently equipped. You don't get the same machinery when you're down there in the hotel room, fitness rooms of the hotels. If you want to make some push-ups in the carpet of the hotel, it's kind of not really very nice. So it's always been a problem keeping fit, the long stays at the airport, etc. So of course, myself tried basically every device that was out there. The funny thing is, Ariane had a similar experience. Maybe you tell them a little bit, Ariane.
Exactly. So I just finished studying industrial engineering, and while I was at college, or university, whatever you want to call it, I was sitting the whole day, and I was not able to work out any of my body, you know. So I just wish for something very easy and efficient to get fit fast, without having to lay down on the floor doing any push-ups. And also, like, you know, if you look at me, I'm a girl. It's quite hard for me to do push-ups. So I need something to really like improve that. Okay, I see. Okay, thanks for the comment at ULIT team. Thanks. Just wanted to shout out. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're quite new to it, so just ignore it. Anyways, yeah. So that's not my problem now.
So we met sometimes and we discussed and everyone complained, you know, and then we tried out several devices. We tried them out, all of them.
Yeah, and we bought them all also. It's like it's not just like look at it. We did trial and error, but like the whole way. Yeah.
So we've got the slings. Yeah, we tried the slings. We tried this device, which is a great device for doing push-ups. Yeah. But it's only limited to push-ups, yeah.
And I don't have the strength to do that.
Then we have the elastic bands, yeah, which are nice. They're very portable, but they're very limited in their way of doing exercise. And sometimes they even break and they give you a hard hit. Yeah. Then we tried the weights.
Typical. But you cannot take it with them, with you. So.
Well, you could, but you would have problems taking them with the air. But yeah. So we said, yeah, all of these devices, some of them are really portable. but they're not usable in some hotel rooms or in some places. And they all have one major problem. They only work in one direction. And that's where we started discussing how can we take advantage of the return movement when you do an exercise.
Yeah. So then we started thinking about what is on the market, and we did our research and we found a technology, a friction technology we had never seen on fitness market before. Exactly. And we got to know it, and we said, well, that's the perfect answer for all our needs, because it's super efficient, it's super light, and it also enables us to have a great design at the same time, which was a thing that was very important for me, since I often experienced fitness devices that were not that pretty, to say it like this. So we just said we had some ideas we had to include, and so that's how we started with the idea of the SYWOS One.
Well, the friction device resulted out of a little bit of my background. I was very much active in the automotive industry, and the automotive industry has a ton of technologies that you can really use for different purposes. So we decided to take this friction technology and reduce it to our fitness devices. Friction technology has the characteristic that it is linear over the complete movement that you do. So whatever you do, you keep the same resistance, and it helps you to emulate basically a weight.
Exactly. But it works in both directions, as we have mentioned. So maybe we could show you our working prototype, because I guess that's what you've been waiting for. Well, first off, our proof of concept. That was the first device we got out with the technology, where we just wanted to know, okay, does it even work? And so here it is.
This is how it looks like. You see, it's a little bit sturdy, and it looks a little bit still in the making. The good thing about it, we joined up with the company that works and develops this technology, this resistance technology, and we wanted to find out, does it make sense to develop a exercise device with this resistance? And this one ended up with around about 4 kilograms of resistance, and it works perfectly well. We used it several times, and we tested it several times with many people, asking them if the feeling was nice, and in fact it's a sensational feeling if you work with it. And we said, okay, if it's that good, let's come to the next level. And
may I interrupt you there? We just got a question in. I'm just going to show it. It's from Gunnar Runstokes. He asked, hello, have you tried TRX? What are the cons and pros compared to TRX?
Yeah, well, Gunnar, we showed you we have the sling. The TRX is a sling device. This is not a TRX. It's another. There are different already out there. It's a great machine for doing sports, but again, you work with body weight, with your own body weight, and as you work with your own body weight, you're always working in one direction, in the direction of the gravity. So you're training one muscle group all the time. So that's what we said, why not use going back? Yes, and that's what we've done with the friction technology. That's the basic difference between these two.
And also one thing, when my father was traveling, there's not always the space to put up the TRX in your hotel room, so that it's securely, and that you can work out without having to worry about that it might fall out or something.
One of the interesting things with the TRX, I traveled with the sling device, and in the hotel rooms, you would enter the hotel room and you had a very narrow entrance, and the only place where you could fix this device was either the bathroom door or the room door itself. In America, you have a lot of hotels where you cannot even open the windows anymore, so you could not fix it at the window. So in this very narrow, confined room of the hotel room, I could not do some exercises with expanded arms, for example. That was a very difficult thing.
Yeah.
To do.
Well, thanks for the question. I hope we answered it. Let's go back to the SYWOS One, I'd say. And so we have showed you the design. Maybe you can. Oh no, we have only shown the prototype. So let's go back, and now let's go further on to our finished prototype.
So yeah, well, what we have here right now is. Let me see the camera so a little bit. This is basically already the pre-series design that you see here. Yeah, this is how it's going to look like a little bit later on. The tube has been now built in the way it's going to be done in series. The only thing that is going to change a little bit still is the grip. It's going to become a little bit narrower than it is right now. But the rest is as you will see it in series. And that's the important thing here was to achieve the adjustability of the resistance. The prototype, not the prototype, the proof of concept device that we showed you before is a fixed resistance, and we said it's not attractive for customers or for anyone who does sports to have only a fixed resistance. We said it's much better if you can move and also see that you get better, and you have also muscles which are stronger, and others which are weaker, and you have to adapt and get that ready for those different purposes.
As I also mentioned in the beginning, is me as anybody who starts with fitness, you cannot start with a resistance of 3 kilograms or say 6 or 7 pounds. But you have to start with a very low resistance just to get your muscles warmed up and give them the chance to start forming. So we wanted to include everybody to be able to work out just fitting to their needs. Yeah.
So what we ended up is with a mechanical way of adjusting this. Yes, the thing that we do is you find a position where you can start increasing the resistance.
Maybe you can show it a bit closer so that
a little bit closer.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
perfect. It's quite hard to show it. Yeah.
Now you see there's a gap in between, and as you change the resistance, you increase it, the gap becomes smaller, and every turn is round about half a kilogram or 1 pound increase of resistance. That's so we can change the resistance. Let me take out some of the resistance here as well.
And what's really interesting that it starts from about 1 pound and it goes up to 30 pounds, which is quite a lot. So
right now, if I turn it back to this position, I'm going back to the 1 pound position, and it's basically no resistance there. It's very, very smooth. You can start warming up with very little resistance, and you go one step higher, you get a little bit more. You turn even more, and you get more. I have to make more exercises now as I move up. So this goes all the way up until the gap disappears, and you're ending up with basically 6.5 kilograms, which is 13, maybe 14 pounds of resistance, and it's like a good weight, and you have as you're exercising muscles in both directions, you have a real challenge to overcome. I see Gunnar has made another question.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. How hard is if you ask me if I do the hardest exercise, I'm gonna be quite But my father's gonna show you, and then I'm gonna show you how I work with the hardest.
Well, this is now the hardest resistance. It's impossible for me to take it out from as I did a moment before. I have to really take it in both hands and then work on this. Let me show. I'm not a very strong person, but at least I'm not a very muscled person. But you can see how the muscle works. When I do this, I use biceps. And if I push it out, I get the triceps. That's a big advantage. You don't have to change your position anymore. You can really challenge your opposing muscles in the same exercises like you've never done before, and you get the balance, build up the balance between these two muscles.
And if I want to try it, you can tell I really have to work quite hard to move it, because 6 kilos is quite a lot, really. So really, it is a challenge for anybody who does sport. Yeah. And I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, well, you can tell probably. We designed it around these open grips because we also wanted to ensure that you could like engage other muscles just because of the grip design. So it's not only to look good, but it also has like a function. And I think you would like to show your favorite exercise, just if you have like a question, how a favorite exercise can look like.
One exercise that helps you a lot to develop triceps and biceps is the curl, or not curl. In reality, it's push-pull upper arm. Yes, as I place it here on my feet, I just take it and then I work upwards. I train biceps, and when I go down, I do triceps. Yes. Biceps, triceps, biceps, triceps. Yeah, and this is a very complete exercise that builds up the balance in your elbow and the muscles around your elbow. It's great because all of a sudden you get a very good feeling all around of your elbow muscles. No?
Exactly. So really what is special about the SYWOS One is that you always work in both directions, and if you work out with it, you also work the whole muscle system that surrounds it. For instance, my favorite exercise is the exercise where I just stand up with a low resistance, obviously, and I just, I hope you can see. I just like put on my arms like straight forward, and I open and close. And what I have to do there is that I really have to focus on my core as well, because if I don't like engage my core, it's gonna be no possible way for me to close the SYWOS again. So it's really about working out a whole muscle system in one movement. So really, our statement: one move to gain.
Exactly. Yeah. We want to take advantage of the complete muscles that you can train in one only exercise. This allows you to reduce the amount of exercises and getting a fit and strong body very fast. It's great for doing that.
Do you have any questions anymore? We would love if you have questions so that we can answer them directly, because we have seen that we have had some comments in our campaign, and we are here just to answer them. So if you have any questions, please.
Maybe one thing that I can tell you, it weighs exactly like a tablet. Yes, the tablets are around 1 pound. This is 1 pound weight. So it does not weigh anything. You can take it anywhere, anytime, and everyone can take it in his hands and start doing some exercise. It's sensational.
What's really interesting as well is, now coming back to the travel that my father always did, is that we have screws here that you can detach, so that you can detach the grips, and you can take it with you anywhere you want. So it really reduces down to an aluminum tube and 2 grips, and it fits into any kind of luggage that you might have.
So this is just an example. So that's the way it's going to look like. So you can place it anytime, anywhere in your luggage, or even in your home, whatever, and then you bring it back together very easily. It's great.
Exactly. Yeah, and if you wanted to work out more your legs, that's also one thing that is very important for me. What I like to do is that I take it, and we also designed as well the grips open so that you can place a foot inside. And what I would typically do is that I don't know if you saw our Kickstarter page already. You place your foot in here, and you go into lunge position, and you just take it up and down. And what you do here is that you also like engage your legs, obviously,
in both directions,
in your core.
And in both directions. Yes, I mean that's I think the very important thing.
Exactly. So
very good.
I hope we could answer some of your questions, and you got a feel of who we are and what we're trying to do with the SYWOS. We really we want everyone to be fit always and everywhere. That's really our goal.
The opportunity is there.
Yeah, the opportunity is there. Exactly. So we would.
And any question, please. We're available for the next minute, so let us know.
Yeah. If not, we're just gonna finish it right here. And okay.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll leave it for 1 minute. So if anyone has a question, we are of course available for that.
Okay. Maybe you could show one nice movement for the shoulders or shoulder rotation.
That's a good point. As we wait for questions, you can exercise this way. You open the SYWOS, you keep the arms stretched, and the only thing that you do is you move only with the shoulders in both directions. What you do with this exercise, you can change the angle. If you change the angle, you can address every muscle in the shoulder and increase the strength in a way that is great for doing sports later on. So this is a sensational exercise, which I do basically every day and helps me a lot for the sports that I do normally.
Yeah. Perfect.
Very good.
It was very nice seeing you guys here. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'm just writing a message at Ariane. And yeah, we'll keep you updated.
Yeah. Thanks for participating. It was great talking to you. And we'll do an update probably in a week's time from now.
Have a great day and just the best.
Yeah. See you.
Bye.
Bye.